Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today is Vlogmas Day 3 where I'm answering your Instagram questions. Alright, so let's jump right into it. I got a lot of really good questions. Did A help you place with roommates once you were assigned to New York? So no, they do not assign me to like live somewhere. Some people commute, but our instructors gave us like advice of like what are some good areas and just to talk with people in your class, because a lot of you guys are going to go to the same base. So it's cool if you guys, you know, all decide to get a crash pad together or get an apartment together. Do you still have the seasickness every time you fly? Well, I'm not in the sea, so I don't get seasick. I do get motion sickness though sometimes. Like I would say like every other trip I kind of get motion sickness. At this point I just deal with it. This person asks, what's one thing you hate about your job? LOL. I would say I really hate when crew scheduling calls me at 2 in the morning and says, Flight Attendant Sanchez, you're going to Tulsa. No, I actually haven't been to Tulsa yet. But yeah, I just really hate getting woken up, but it's part of the job. I already knew what's gonna happen. So yeah, one thing I hate is getting woken up, but it's part of the job. Is it necessary to join an institution for being a cabin crew? No, you don't have to go to school for flight attending. I know there's like different like flight attendant schools, but you don't, it's not necessary. And honestly, I wouldn't waste your money and time on those schools because the company will train you on everything you need to know. And then I got two weird questions. Would you ever sell your worn flats? And are you ticklish? You're a creep. When are you taking Brittany to Europe with you? Brittany, I'll take you to Europe when you graduate, because that's when you have time. What has been the most challenging thing you have encountered in your life thus far? Wow, what a deep question. I would say the last month of training and the first I would say the last like 2 weeks of training and the first 2 months of actually working was definitely a struggle, just financially and just getting used to like living in New York. And then I ended up bringing my car, and it was just a lot of different things all at once. Like I moved to New York, I just got a relationship, I moved, I got a new job. It was just a lot at once, so that was really difficult, but I'm fine now. Are you planning to move into an apartment, or is crash pad life your preferred option for now? So if you guys have not watched my crash pad video, I was in 2 crash pads before I moved into this apartment. And I originally planned on getting a crash pad at first, but then I realized I needed more space. So there's 4 of us, and the other 3 are from my class, so like I know them, and we have an apartment. It's 2-bedroom. I'll show you guys it in another video. But I do plan on moving out of this apartment eventually. Crash pad life is not for me, it's not for everyone, but it was definitely an experience I would tell everyone to try. If you had to pick between Etihad, Qatar, or Emirates to work for, which one and why? I would say Emirates, so I could potentially work with MJ. If you guys don't know who MJ is, she's another flight attendant YouTuber, and she works for Emirates. How long after training did you have to wait to get a full paycheck? Sis, I'm still waiting. Just kidding. I would say it took longer for us because the company was transitioning the way that they paid. So I would say about 3 weeks to a month until I got like a full paycheck. Do you like New York? How's the flight attendant life? Overall, I do like New York. I'm starting to love it even more. The winter does scare me. I've never experienced a winter other than one time it snowed like a few weeks ago. Flight attendant life is awesome. It's the best job ever. If you guys are interested in applying, apply. It does get hard at times, but overall I love my job. I love being based in New York, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. How old do you have to be a flight attendant? So I was always under the impression that you had to be 21. So when I graduated high school, I knew I wanted to be a flight attendant, but I was like, oh, you have to be 21. So I waited and waited, and then when I went to training, my roommate, he was the youngest one in class, and he was only 20. So with my airline, you can be 20, majority 21. With some of them, you also can be 18. I think it's Mesa is one of them. I'm not sure, but there are airlines that hires at 18, 20, and majority it's 21. Why are you such a loser? Austin, you're the loser. And last but not least, this person asked, have you heard anything of when new hire training will start for 2019? I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe I heard something about training starting in January. I'm not sure. I mean, if they're doing it similar way as they did it this year, trainings would be from January all the way until June. So I'm not really sure when the first class will be, but we are definitely hiring a lot for next year. So apply, get those applications in. It does take a while, so be patient. But yeah, those are all the questions. I really enjoyed making this video. Leave any other questions you have down below because I will be doing a separate video on my YouTube questions. And as always, subscribe if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.